A lot of business owners who are trying to grow on social media are getting stuck because they don't know what to write and they don't know what to post. In this video, I'm going to show you a streamlined process of how to overcome that problem to create good social media posts that get reach and engagement, and ideally over time convert that into traffic, leads, and customers, right? How to create posts that resonate with your market and that are based on something proven, right? What I found is that in the marketing world, there's a lot of talk about swipe and deploy, but a lot of times people make that out to be copy, right? And we don't ever want to copy. But the fact of the matter is there are posts that are based on proven templates, right? If you have the proper context with something and you use it in the right circumstances, that was successful for a reason. And so you can templatize that and make it your own and reuse it, and it can accelerate your writing. So I'm going to show you in this video how to templatize something. The other thing that I've noticed is that there's two more things that I want to talk about just before we get into this for just a second. One, if you've tried templates in the past and they didn't work, which has been the case for a lot of people, there's a very specific reason why that is. What I'm about to show you overcomes that. The other thing is a lot of times I don't know what to write is only one part of the objection. The other part of that internally is I'm afraid that what I write or what I'm doing with my marketing, I'm going to put in a lot of effort and I'm not going to get results. And because this process is leveraging something that's already proven, we're taking somebody's most popular post and turning it into a template, it's going to a large degree be overcome. Okay. So those two things that could be holding you back, ultimately three things of writer's block, we're going to overcome all of that here. And again, if you've tried templates in the past, there's a very specific reason why in general templates just don't work. And this process that I'm going to show you is going to overcome that. So I have this template for creating templates that I made for this video. And this is what I use when I create templates. So I found this tweet. I used a tool called Black Magic to find some of Cody's most popular tweets. If you're not following Cody on Twitter, you should be. Her content is incredible. So I found this post. And so here's what we're going to do. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to copy the link to this tweet. Again, now called a post. Everything's moving over, it looks like, to x.com. We're going to go here in Notion, and I've just got this template pre-made. I'm looking for embedding it. There is a tweet embed, but with all the changes going on right now, just use the embed. That's been really buggy lately. So we're going to embed that link. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to see the original tweet. Like, a big part of the reason why templates don't work, one of the reasons is that you don't see the original context. You only see the template. So when you're trying to figure out what to fill in on the blanks of the template, well, you don't know what was there originally, so you can't get the sense of it. And this, having it this way, where we have the original tweet, we can see what it looked like. We can basically see and feel it and get the sense of what they were saying. When we have our template, we can rewrite our template so that it has the same punch and the same impact, right? So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the original. And if I did this here, it would just open in another tab, which is why I'm just going back here. I'm going to grab the text. I'm going to come back here. I already pre-named this template. I always just kind of like associate them with, I liked that tweet about winning from Cody Sanchez. So I just name them and put an emoji to help trigger like, I liked that one and trigger my memory. Underneath the post, I'm going to paste the text only of that. I'm going to again paste that here in the template. And the reason is I want the text only in case I want to make more templates from it. You can tweak this and adjust it and do whatever you want. Like, you need to be creative. And then we're going to do the goal. And so again, this is another reason why I think templates a lot of times don't work, is you don't know how they were originally intended or what they're for, right? or what context to use them in. And that's why I put the goal of like when Cody posted this, what was her objective? Why was she posting this? Why was she saying this? What was she trying to do? Right? And if I read this tweet, to me, it seems like she's trying to motivate her followers, right? She's trying to encourage them. She's trying to build them up. She's saying, hey, do you want to win? Right? Well, prepare for what winning looks like. Like you're going to have to do hard things and you're going to have to make sacrifices, right? It's almost like anti-motivation, but she's kind of just like shooting straight with them, right? And for her market, that's going to motivate them. Like, you know, I remember Cody said, like, I'm going to have to make these sacrifices. There's going to be negative things. Like it motivates them now and in the future. So her objective is to motivate her followers to do what it takes to be successful. So if you're doing something similar, right, if you're trying to motivate your followers to do something, then the context could be, this could be a good template to use. So now let's templatize it. So I'm going to change this because she said you want to win. She did this very specifically, but I like do, so I'm going to change it. Do you want? And then what do they want? Right. So we see before it was an example of winning, like just it's very broad. You want to win. You could also be specific. You'd be like, do you want to get results with content marketing? Right. Prepare for what? And then results they want. I'm going to add the word results up here. Okay. I like to make these sections bold just so they stand out. Okay. And then there's a list. She has 6 things listed, right? So you could just say like bullet list of, you know, things that have to be sacrificed, right? You could also get more detailed where it says hers is late nights. Like, see, so you could say like, what are late nights, right? Is it it's like long days, right? What are long days? Like putting in a lot of effort, right? So you could say like something that means long days and lots of effort, right? Frivolous lawsuits, right? Something you shouldn't have to deal with, but you do. Okay? People stealing from you. So like this is something that people really don't want. Being taken advantage of in a way most people dread, right? Banks withholding your money. Something that doesn't make sense to most people, right? Something negative. Now, again, you could be very, very vague on this or very broad and just be like, you know, difficult thing to overcome, difficult thing to overcome, difficult thing. That's also fine. And the other thing is like when people will create something like this with a template, they'll a lot of times tend to get dogmatic and be like, well, the example had 6, so I need to have 6. Like, you don't need to have 6. You can probably make this work with 3. Heck, you can probably make it work with 2. You can do whatever you want with this, right? That's the point, is it's just something to guide you, right? Here's like family sacrifices. And Okay. So there's no other way, never was. Like we can just leave that pretty much the same. And so now we have a template. Now, in order to complete this template, right, we need to be able to fill in these things. So like we need to know who our market is. Who is our market and what are their desired results, right? We need to know that, what they want. And then ultimately, like, what unpleasant or difficult things they will need to overcome. Do this. Okay, which I put that in the wrong spot. Get rid of these. Okay, so in order to complete this list or to use this template, you're going to need to be able to answer those things or to do those things. So now let's grab our template and let's write an example. So let's say I've got some content to serve as an example, and I'm going to use this template. So I've got the original here. I can look and see how it sat up here. Now let's write a post about it. So like lately, I've been helping a lot of people with content marketing. Why do we do content marketing? Well, we do content marketing because we want qualified leads, right? So I could say like, do you want to use content marketing to get more qualified leads? Okay. So again, already we see hers was very short, mine is much longer, right? I'm used to writing headlines, so I probably should not capitalize this. I may want to emphasize qualified leads, so I might say, right, so focus on that. So already mine is much different, right? Hers was shorter, mine is longer. Hers was broad, mine is specific, right? And I could say, prepare for two. Now, like, I don't really like, so I'm going to kind of rewrite this. I'm going to say, okay, you're going to be ready to do what it takes. Now, I'm not going to use her list, right? I'm not going to use this structure in this particular case because, again, the point I want to emphasize is that you got to do what you want. This is just a starter, right? But we have her example here, right? Taking time each day to write, getting negative feedback. People, I'll kind of take hers, stealing your content. Let's make this even more. Off your content. Let's see this. Okay, so I don't want to do 6, I want to do 5. But now, right, I've got a post that I can use that is based on something that's already been successful. Its format, it should trigger the same emotions. It should do the same thing, right? The goal was to motivate, right? My goal with this post is to motivate. But as you can see, I did not copy, right? I used the structure to help me to write something unique based on my own experience. And so while this post has a similar look and feel, this post is almost completely unique, right? With the exception of this last sentence. So I can even change that. I could say, content marketing is not easy. Just have to accept that, right? And now this post can be used on x.com/Twitter or LinkedIn, right? This is, again, swipe, deploy, use as a template, but this is how you take something that worked, create a template from it, and understand how to actually use that template. Now, I can use this template many, many times for many different kinds of posts. And now it's in my library of templates so that when I want to write something motivating, I can revisit this and I can tweak it and adjust it based on the needs of the time. So if you're struggling to write, if you are worried about investing the time to write something that doesn't work, these are all things that give you the greatest chance of success, and you can apply these principles to any platform. I've applied this to email marketing. I've applied this to all social media platforms, many, many different things, even like openers, like hooks on videos, right? Looking at somebody's hook, templatizing a hook, being able to make it your own. Right. This is something that if you are creating content, if you're trying to leverage content marketing, if you're trying to grow with social media and posting, this is one of those things that can streamline your process and make everything easier so that you can consistently produce quality content. So hopefully this helps. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. And if you like videos like this about marketing and advertising and growing your business, then go ahead and like this video and click subscribe so that I can share more of this information with you. And I look forward to seeing you in another video.